Hey everybody, it's Devin. I just want to show you guys how I did my heatless wand curls with Flexirods. The products that I used for these were the Eden All Natural Cleansing Co-Wash and their All Natural Curl Defining Cream, as well as the Design Essentials Curl Enhancing Mousse. I started off on freshly co-washed hair. I parted my hair in sections. My hair was not sopping wet, it was still damp. I did the Design Essentials mousse from root to tip, making sure that it was all the way from the roots to the tip, all the way through there. Made sure I cleared it out with a comb. I did a little bit of the curl cream on the ends. And then I take my Flexirod and wrap the ends around first, making sure that that's smooth. And then I take the Flexirod and twirl the Flexirod around like a baton. Instead of rolling the Flexirod up the way we would normally do, I just twirled it like a baton, and then when I got close to my roots, I just rolled it under. You can see where my finger is holding. That's where I bent the top of the Flexirod down to hold it in place. I did this all over my head. And then I secured it in place. Once that's all done, I made sure that I went back and did a couple more just to show you guys how I did it. Again, you're sectioning off, and then you're going to take a bit of the Design Essentials foaming mousse, wrap the ends around the Flexirod first, and then twirl the Flexirod around like a baton. A few of these I did have to go back and do over because I didn't feel it was secured enough. And then I bent the back of the Flexirod back to secure it. And as you can see, there were a couple that kind of were a little bit looser than I would have liked, so I redid them and secured them in place. I did this all over my head, making sure that I twirled it around, and then I rolled it towards the root and secured in place. Don't ask me how I slept last night. Horribly. The next morning, they were all dry. I air dried them. I unwrapped. Take all of them down first, and then I twirled my hair back in the direction that it was going with the Flexirod. Do that until they're all out. Now it's time to separate. I've taken all my Flexirods out, and now I need some oil and some coating. I'm going to use the Jane Carter's Nourish and Shine, as well as the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla Pure Hair Oil. I section to my liking. Just make sure that when you use section, you twirl your hair back in the direction that the curls are going, just to keep them kind of uniform. I made sure that when I separated a little bit more than I would normally do, just because I wanted a fuller look. Do this all over your head, and please make sure that you have enough oil or some type of cream or beeswax or pomade on your hand, because that is going to make the difference between really frizzy hair and no frizz at all. Once my hair was separated to my liking, I go in with my fingers and I just fluff my roots and separate a little bit more. As you go through your hair, you'll see little parts that you feel like you might need to separate a little bit more. And that's what I did. So here are my results. I love it. I will definitely do these again. Although sleeping in Flexirods is not the best feeling in the world and you don't get the best sleep the night before, but you'll definitely be feeling better once you get the results after you take these Flexirods out. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy. If you have questions, let me know and I'd be happy to help you. Toodles!